Here we're looking at good technique for picking, and we're also going to compare a number of picks to hear how their size and their construction has an impact on your tone. Now, to get the most out of your pick, it would certainly be helpful if you hold it correctly. Here I'm using a rather unusual pick, which I'm going to turn to the camera now. It has a little curved section in the back of it, which is where you place your finger. Now let me just show you the grip without using the pick to begin with. You want the back of your thumb and the side of your finger to touch, like so. I see a lot of people using this part of their finger, and what that does is that puts a stress here. So you want the side of your finger, and by that I mean the side of the nail, to touch your thumb like so. You have to imagine you're holding something, like you're going to throw it, like a dart. So now if I bring the pick back in, okay, so this is the section into which the finger is going to go, like so, and then my thumb is on the other side, like that. So you can see that my thumb has a nice broad grip across there, and then my finger runs like a spine down the middle of the back of the pick. This means that the tip is just about the only thing showing from the bottom of my hand, like so. When I face the strings, what you do is you face your palm and your pick pointing in the same direction towards the strings. Now, for your convenience, we have a mini camera attached to the guitar, so you can see what I'm doing with the pick. Now, instead of pointing the pick straight across the strings like that, although I'm keeping the pick upright, I'm going to turn it to face the camera as you're seeing it now. So it's from the lower part of the guitar. So there is a diagonal line running across my guitar from the top back here down to the bottom here. The reason I'm doing this is that it keeps everything from my elbow right through to the pick in a nice straight line. It makes it easier on my arm, my wrist, my hand, and it makes it a little easier to maneuver. Now, because of the way that I'm holding the pick, it means that the tip of the pick just brushes the tops of the strings, like so. You don't want the pick to drag in any given direction, nor do you want it to feed its way through the strings. Some students that I teach, there is a tapping sound as they play. And it's because too much of the pick is going through the strings and striking the guitar. Not only is it a distracting and unpleasant noise, but it also impedes the movement of the pick as well. You don't want it to drag, and by sticking it through the strings, you're going to get a lot of drag. The worst case is that you hit the strings and the pick bounces completely out of your grip, which obviously isn't any good. So you just want the very tip of the pick to just brush the top of the strings. And hopefully, on the mini camera, you can see what I'm doing there. Okay, let me strum a chord so you can see that in action. Now, even though I'm angling the pick towards the camera, when I'm playing it, you see that I keep the pick quite upright. I don't let it lean forwards or lean backwards as I move. If you do that, you tend to end up with a rather harp-like sound, which occasionally is a nice thing, but generally speaking, you don't want that. So keep the pick nice and upright, point it straight down at the strings, down at the face of the guitar, and you should find you glide across the strings very, very easily.